Hi guys, and welcome back to the Our Minds channel and another sit down video. I recently finished watching that new Netflix documentary called Sweet Bobby. Now if you have not watched that documentary yet, I'm going to spoil it for you. So come off this video, come back to it, or if you do like spoilers, continue watching. So Sweet Bobby tells the story of this woman called Kirat, and Kirat finds herself in, how do I even describe this? This woman gets into a whole 10-year relationship with a man that she has never met, she's never spoken to, she's never seen in real life, she's never actually physically touched. They even go as far as getting engaged. Anyway, cut a long story short, she comes to find out in the end that it was her cousin who had catfished her for all those years, pretending to be Bobby. However, Bobby is a real person living his life in the south of England, but Bobby is not Kirat's Bobby, if that makes sense. And what I found super interesting is the cousin went to extreme lengths to create a Facebook page and different social media platforms and friends and phone numbers just to catfish her cousin Kirat for 10 years. So at the end of this documentary, it got me thinking, and something like this happened to me. Now, I wasn't catfished in the romantic sense, like dating apps or something like that. And for those of you who have been catfished in that way, hopefully you've learnt your lesson. God bless you. Keep your head up. Back in 2020, that was when I created my Instagram page, Our Minds 2020. And I made a very conscious decision to only follow accounts that I found motivational, inspiring, encouraging, and all of that jazz. So anyway, one day, this girl, I'm going to call her Sally. We'll call her Sally. Sorry if your name is called Sally, it's just the first name that came to my head. Anyway, Sally starts to follow me, and then I click on Sally's profile to see who she is, because I don't just follow anyone. I mean, if your bum bum and your boobies are hanging out, I am not following you. So clicked on her page, and you know, she was a young girl, very pretty, and I thought, okay, yeah, cool, whatever, you know, followed her back. I don't know how many days passed, but then I got a DM from Sally, and she said to me, oh, hi Jemima. Well, she didn't call me Jemima, but she was like, oh, you know, hello, do you have any tips on dealing with anxiety? So I was like, yeah, sure. So I gave her like, what, 3 or 4 tips, and she said, okay, yeah, thank you, I'm just in the doctor's office at the moment and I'm awaiting some results. So immediately I was like, oh my gosh, I have complete empathy for you, because I know what that feels like. When you have been called to the hospital, clinic, this GP surgery to get results, your anxiety is on 100, because you don't know what on earth they're going to tell you. So I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm giving her words of encouragement, and I'm just like, you know, oh, you know, and I empathize with you, I know what that's like, blah, 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 blah. And then she said to me, yeah, I'm waiting to see if my cancer has come back. I mean, so now at this point, I'm thinking, whoa, I don't know where this conversation was going, but I don't know, I just wasn't expecting it to go there. So I said, naturally, I said to her, okay, Sally, who's in the room with you? And she said, I think she said the nurse and her mum. Just hear me out. When she said that, an alarm bell did go off in my head, and I thought to myself, in the nicest possible way, in the most respectful way, there you are in the United States of America. She was American, by the way. There you are in the United States of America. You're in the room with a doctor and your mother, awaiting results for something very, very important, and you are DMing me. It didn't really make sense. But I said to myself, you know what? This is the year of 2020, and there is a lot that is not making sense right now. So probably she's seen my account, she's followed me, and she's getting comfort where she can get comfort on. Who am I to judge or whatever, however she wants to deal with what she's going through? So I carried on with it. And I said, okay, I think I said to her, okay, deal with what you need to deal with. And if you need to talk, I'm here. 20 minutes must have passed, I think, and then she messages me back again. She goes, oh, the cancer has returned. Jesus help us. Now at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, when somebody tells you that, honestly, what do you say? What are the right words to say? So I'm just trying to comfort her, console her, and she's going on and she's saying that, you know, she's really, really scared because she's been through chemotherapy before and she doesn't want to go through it again. She doesn't have the strength, this and that and the other. And I'm trying to console her. And at some point I just had to say to her, listen, you're with your mum, you're with your doctor, listen to what they say, and if and when you need me, I'm here. So this back and forth kind of went on for like maybe a couple of weeks. Then one good day, I get another DM. This DM is from another young girl. Let's call, when I say young girl, I don't mean like they were minors. I mean like they were over the age of 18. Sally, I would probably say is about 21, 22. And this other girl who now messages me, let's call her Lindsay. Lindsay looks about the same age. So anyway, I get a DM from Lindsay and Lindsay says to me, oh, hello, do you follow at Sally blah, blah, blah? And she put the Instagram handle there. I said, yes. And she goes, yeah, I noticed that you followed her. Just to make you aware that that account is fake. And this is the correct Sally blah, blah, blah account. And again, she sent me the correct Instagram handle. Immediately, I clicked on the new Instagram handle that she gave me of Sally's. And there was Sally, the real Sally, with 25,000 followers on Instagram. All of her pictures, her friends, her stories, her highlight reel, everything was there. So then I became Detective Columbo and I started going back into the archives. And the real Sally, her page started with her documenting her cancer diagnosis. Then she went on to talk about the treatments that she was getting, and God so good, the girl is now in remission. And she's just talking about her hair because do you know who she looked like? She looked like, what's her name? Emma Watson, when she cut her hair really, really short, that pixie cut. That is who the real Sally looked like. So I'm going through her page and I'm looking at her stories and I'm like, oh my gosh. I was shocked. I was just shocked. I was embarrassed. The fact that I had entertained this fake Sally for as long as I did, when I knew deep down that something didn't quite feel right. And then I felt complete rage. I felt rage. Because fake Sally, she had a popping Instagram account. She had about, I think she had just over 10,000 followers. That's a bigger Instagram account. 10,000 followers. She had created her page and she's talking about, oh, my cancer has come back. I'm scared and this is what I'm gonna have to go through, blah, 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 blah. Whereas the real Sally's in remission. Why on earth would you create an account and put that kind of energy out there talking about somebody's cancer coming back? You cannot tell me that is somebody of sound mind. You cannot. So I was raging from that, and I was also raging because I know of a couple of people who have been through it. And truth be told, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It is a horrible, nasty, dirty disease. So I had to really calm myself down because let me tell you, the way that I wanted to cuss this girl out, it even scared me. And back then, Instagram in 2020, I'm not sure if they had a voice note. You better believe I would have recorded the most dirtiest voice note to that girl. But then I honestly had to just talk myself off the ledge and just calm myself down and say to myself that this person who has done this, they are not of sound mind. There is a mental issue there. There is. And if she is able to garner 10,000 followers on this fake account, if I'm cussing her out, she's probably going to create an account an account. I mean, I'm thinking really quite exaggerated here, but she's probably going to create an account, attach my name to it, and here I am talking about mental health and oh my gosh, do this for your mental health, and there I am cussing somebody out like that. It just, it's not looking good. It's just not looking good. So all I did was I blocked her, I kicked her off my friends list, I stopped following her, and that was that. Never heard from her again. But I'm telling you this story for you guys out there to be careful when you are online. If you want to do the whole dating app thing, okay, that's you go do it. Be careful with who you befriend on any of the social media platforms. Again, be careful. That gut feeling when you're talking to someone and you're like, this seems a bit off, I'm not sure about this. Lean into that gut feeling, listen to it, act upon it. Don't just sweep it underneath the carpet. That gut feeling is a red flag. It's a police siren. Ring, you know, it's telling you something. It's there. I also believe, and this is just a me thing, I also believe that when you get that gut feeling, it's kind of like God's way of talking to you to say, heifer. Well, no, God will never say heifer, but it's God's way of talking to you and saying to you, move from the situation. I am showing you who this person is. Move away, don't talk, don't meet up with this person. So lean into that gut feeling. Don't just ignore it. Have your wits about you. It's not everybody that you need to talk to. It's not everyone you need to respond to, everyone that you need to meet up with. Not everyone is for you. So that's it. That's just my little story coming off the back of the Sweet Bobby documentary. So as always, I hope first and foremost that you actually understood what I was saying and you enjoyed this video, and I will most definitely see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.